For the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball, brought to you by Advent Health Ottawa, CarStar, Sutton's Jewelry, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by Kansas State Bank, Quality Structures, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, also by Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Croucher Abstract and Title Company, Ottawa Chiropractic, also by American Family Insurance Agent DJ Flummerfeld, Arvest Bank, and All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating. Now let's go to the field for Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball. Here's KOFO's Luke Queen.
Good afternoon, everyone. From Lansing Middle School, we have American Legion Baseball action for you as the Ottawa Arrows take on Post 23 from Leavenworth here this evening in a doubleheader. I'm Gary Bateman, and alongside this evening is Nick Springer getting his first taste of Ottawa American Legion Baseball here this evening. Nick, this is what it's all about in the summertime around here.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Honestly, Gary, we couldn't have picked a better first evening to get out here. I mean, it's really not too hot right now, and there's not much of a breeze really, which kind of maybe might make it feel a little hotter, but pretty comfortable compared to what we could have had maybe, at other times in the summer. It was a bit warmer. So a couple of nights for some baseball here tonight. I'm excited.
Let's give you the starting lineups for the Arrows. Leading off playing in center field, Logan Morton. Batting second, the left fielder, Grady Sumrall. Hitting third and playing at first base, Brett Hadel. Trent Roberts is the catcher and will bat fourth. Batting fifth and doing the pitching is Xavier Vink. Zayton Vink will be in right field batting sixth. Hitting seventh and playing at second base, Austin Trinkle. Connor Kiefer, the shortstop, bats eighth, and Paul Gillette, the third baseman, will hit ninth. And we are just ready for baseball action here, as on the hill for Leavenworth will be right-hander Patrick Mendoza. Logan Morton will stand in. He's a lefty. We're set for baseball. And our first pitch of the night's action is swung on and fouled back to the screen. Our game time is 5:49, so we're on the air a little bit early tonight.
Clearly, these guys are actually swinging at the first pitch.
Pitch high and outside to Morton. 1-1 strike. Morton will be followed by Grady Sumrall and then Brett Hadel here in the top of the first. Mendoza's pitch, he missed inside.
Gary, with the way the sun is setting tonight, it's going to be kind of in the eyes of some of these outfielders, especially on the right side of the field here. That could play a factor on fly balls potentially that direction.
2-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Morton, and that will leave in the count. Mendoza getting the sign. He's ready, and the 2-2 pitch. Slow breaking ball caught him looking.
Yeah, Mendoza's not going to knock anybody's socks off with his velocity, but he's throwing some pretty good pitches on that first at-bat. Some decent location there, and he's definitely got his movement working here early.
Grady Sumrall, the batter. Grady also hits from the left side. The wind, the pitch. Fouled off left side.
I can't help but notice that's kind of near where you parked over there on the left side.
We're going to keep an eye on that this evening.
We got a pretty good view of it over here, so we'll know.
0-1 to Sumrall. Missed outside. Outfield pretty much straight away for Sumrall, although the left fielder, Brown, now moves over a couple steps towards left center. Outside, the count 2-1. One out, nobody on. We're just underway here in the top of the first, game one of the doubleheader.
Mendoza right now is really working the left side of the plate or the outside of the plate to these left-handers.
Chopper over the mound, hit it for center field. That's a base hit.
And right as I say that, he leaves one up and in, and Sumrall gets a hold of it and knocks one over his head into center field.
Runner on first, one down for Brett Hadel. Hadel playing first base tonight.
That was some good patience from Sumrall, just waiting for eventually Mendoza to come back over the plate with a pitch, which he did. He thrown him a couple outside pitches and finally leaves one up and in, and Sumrall doesn't miss.
Hadel takes inside.
Now for Mendoza, this is the first right-hander he's going to face in this lineup, so we'll see what his strategy is after facing two lefties to start the game.
There goes the runner. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second base is offline, and Sumrall in with the stolen base. So man in scoring position with one out now and a 1-1 count to Hadel.
Yeah, I mentioned Mendoza. He doesn't have a ton of velocity on his pitches, so if you get a good jump, you're probably going to have a decent chance to steal a bag against him.
And Sumrall got a good jump. Breaking ball rolls away from the catcher, and Sumrall down to third base. Catcher Bazell wants to have a word now with Mendoza. He might have gotten crossed up with that breaking pitch there.
Yeah, and now the pressure is on Mendoza to not let that happen again with the runner at third. Don't want to give up a free run off of a pass ball or wild pitch here.
Top of the first, the infield will be back for Leavenworth. And Hadel takes up high, count 3-1.
That's really a pretty good location from Mendoza. Really a good take from Hadel there.
Swing and a foul tip held by the catcher, and the count runs full. Yeah, he laid off the high pitch before, but went after the one up around his shoulders there. So the count full.
Yeah, the 2-1 was certainly a better spot than the 3-1.
Breaking ball low. So Hadel draws a walk, but runners at the corners one away. Here is Trent Roberts. Catcher bats from the right side.
Seen a heavy dosage of breaking balls early from Mendoza. If he tries to work in any other pitches, I have a feeling these Ottawa hitters are going to start keying in on that breaking ball if he keeps throwing it.
Throw over to first, runner back. .303 down the lines here. I don't see a sign in center or the alley.
320 down the left field, 303 on the right.
320 down. Oh, yeah, you're right. 320 down the left field line. Runner goes from first, high and inside, and Roberts has to back out of the way of that one.
Yeah, and because of that pitch high and inside like that, there was just no shot for Bizzle to make any sort of throw. And even with a runner at third, he might have held the ball anyways.
So now two runners in scoring position. Ball hit in the air, center field, tagging is Sumrall. Catch made by Corey, the center fielder. Here comes the throw. Will not be in time, and Ottawa takes a 1-0 lead.
That was a really good throw from center field on line. That ball was not hit particularly deep, so definitely a chance there. But the speed of Sumrall on display, he was able to scamper home from third. But that was a little bit risky, honestly. That ball did not go very deep in the outfield, but Sumrall trusting his speed there.
Xavier Vink, the batter. He's on the mound tonight. Could help himself out with a base hit here. Slowly hit ground ball to third. Up with it is Welsh, the third baseman. He'll throw Vink out, and the side is retired. For the Arrows in inning number 1, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Ottawa 1 and Leavenworth coming to bat. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
All of us at Kansas State Bank thank you for seeing the value of what a hometown bank means to our community. This is Bank President Roger Maxwell, and we've done our best during these most trying times to be here for you and your banking needs. For over 100 years, Kansas State Bank has known the value of the past, the importance of the present, and the innovation of the future. Kansas State Bank, member FDIC.
The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, is bringing back local news to your local newspaper and want your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news at ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Erica, 785-577-3935.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. The families we serve are our friends and neighbors who come from all walks of life. It doesn't matter what you spend, everyone receives the highest level of service. Dangle & Son sets the standard for funeral service.
Leavenworth comes to bat here in the bottom of the first. They'll send to the plate A.J. Ortega, Dakota Schick, and Kit Atkinson. Defensively for the Arrows, in left field, Grady Sumrall. In center field, Logan Morton. And out in right, Zayton Vink. Third baseman's Paul Gillette. Connor Kiefer is the shortstop. Austin Trinkle plays second. And over at first, Brett Hadel. Doing the catching, Trent Roberts and right-hander Xavier Vink on the mound for Ottawa. A.J. Ortega will stand in. He is the extra hitter tonight for post 23. Right-handed hitter. Vink throws a fastball in there, strike one.
Thought he called that a strike.
I thought he did too, but evidently it was
ball
down
one.
low. Slowly hit ground ball to third. Up with it, Gillette throws low, but dug out by Hadel, and there's one away.
Yeah, Hadel, the first baseman, a really good job to dig that one out. It was a bit of a low throw, but able to dig it out and get the out, and that's all that matters.
One away, here's Dakota Schick, right-handed hitting first baseman. Swing and a foul tip, but a fastball.
And right away you can see Vink, as he's going to be working with a bit more velocity than Mendoza, the starter for Leavenworth, so he's looking to tee up his fastball as much as possible.
Outside. Count even, a ball and a strike. Morton a step or two toward left center field, out in center. Breaking pitch is up too high. It's 2-1.
Yeah, unfortunately there just wasn't a lot of break on that pitch. Just stayed upstairs.
Next delivery. Hit into shallow right center field, and it's going to drop in front of Zayton Vink for a base hit.
I don't think you can drop a bloop single any better than that one, just off the bat and right in front of the right fielder. Nothing Vink could do out there in right field, but just watch that ball drop and get it in.
The batter is Kit Atkinson, left-handed batter. Pitch, a called strike.
A really solid pitch from Vink there. Certainly his best of this inning so far.
Off-speed pitch is high. Arrows lead at 1-0. We're in the bottom of the first. One out and a man at first for Leavenworth. Fastball is low. Third baseman Gillette playing just a step in on the grass at third.
Yeah, from what we've seen
high.
From what we've seen so far tonight, sorry Gary. From what we've seen so far tonight, that ball, if it's hit on the ground in the infield grass here, it really dies pretty quickly.
3-1 pitch is in for strike two called.
And quickly, as you pointed out, Gary, you can see some of the infielders making that adjustment, understanding that that ball, if it's hit in the grass, it's going to die pretty quick.
3-2 pitch. Oh, just missed outside, ball four.
That was about as close as you can get from Vink. Really good location. No call, though. So, I mean, really a good take there from Atkinson.
2 on, 1 out. The batter is Tamor Brown. He is the left fielder, bats from the right side. Stretch by Vink. Pitch, cut the outside corner, 0-1. Schick at second, Atchison at first. Hadel playing in front of the runner over there. Missed away. Ottawa infield looking for a ground ball that could turn into a double play. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, normally if you're looking for a double play ball, you'd be playing a bit deeper. But again, because of the way this grass infield is played so far in this first inning, they're not playing as deep as you maybe might expect in this situation.
1-2 pitch, chopped foul at the plate. Count remains 1-2. Down too low, and Brown watched that one all the way into the catcher's glove.
Yeah, he started to tense up for a second. I thought he might chase it, but he laid off.
Fisted foul back to the screen, stays 2-2. Fink checks the runner at second, comes to the plate, and it plunks him in the back. That'll load the bases for Jackson Bazell.
I don't care whoever said that. I'm just telling you, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
Bazell hits from the right side. Line to right, and that one's going to drop in a base hit. One run will score. Atchison around third. They'll hold him. And the game's tied 1-1.
As Bazell stepped in there, it was clear that he was stepping in to swing and not to take pitches, and he swings at the first one he sees and put it into right on the opposite field. And the pressure really on Vink here to try to get the Arrows out of this inning now as the game's tied.
Facing Canterbury, chops one to short. Kiefer to second, and it's off the glove of Trinkle and on to the shallow right center. 2 runs are going to score. It wasn't likely to be a double play, but you've got to make sure you catch that ball right there. That'll be a fielder's choice, an RBI for Canterbury, and then a run scoring on the air.
Yeah, that was a classic case of just looking before the ball's into your glove. Trinkle was already thinking about the throw to first. He was already looking that way. And in that situation, sometimes you just got to make sure you look it into your glove and get the sure out, right in front of you. And that time it just went right through his glove, Got to keep your eye on the ball there. Watch it into your glove before you try to think about getting another out. Because right now in this situation, you didn't get anybody out. 2 runs scored as well.
Bryce Elder went out to the mound to try to calm Vink down a little bit. The batter will be London Corey. Pitch to the right-handed batter is low. Chopper to the mound. That should have been 2, but instead they go to first for the easy out. Vink did not even look at second base. They retire Corey. Runners now at second and third.
Yeah, I wonder if that error they had at second base just the play before had Vink a little hesitant, and he just decided, you know what, I'm on the mound. I'm going to trust my pitching here with 2 outs. So I'm just going to be sure to get the 1 out and focus on the play with 2 now.
Owen Welsh takes low, ball 1.
I mean, that's a real show of confidence from Vink, I think, to say, you know what, with 2 outs and 2 runners on, I can get this next guy out. I'm just going to go to first.
Foul back to the screen by Welsh, 1-1. Next pitch, swing and a miss. Good high fastball. See if we can get out of this with minimal damage here. 1-2 pitch, hit to right. Vink to his left is under it, makes the play. and that retires the side. But Leavenworth comes up with 3 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 big error and 2 left on base. At the end of 1, it's Leavenworth 3 and Ottawa 1. We're back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Did you book the Townsend's 10th anniversary ticket?
Alona's travel agency is overbooked and experiencing delays. She needs to land a new project manager to clear her business's runways.
Yes, Mrs. O'Hara, we checked. Pygmy goats do not count as emotional support animals.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by interviewing on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
They say to never mess with the classics, but Panera did just that and more with our new Chef's Chicken Sandwiches. By using pan-seared chicken, our secret garlic aioli recipe, Parmesan crisps, and pickle chips, all on a buttery brioche roll. Because if no one messed with the classics, you never have a chicken sandwich this good. New Chef's Chicken Sandwiches from Panera. Only $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit PaneraBread.com/delivery info.
Arrows will have to work from behind here as they come to bat in the top of the second. They'll send up Zayton Vink, Austin Trinkle, and Connor Kiefer. Ottawa got a run in the first on a sacrifice fly from Trent Roberts. But then Leavenworth with 3 runs, 2 of those were earned.
In the top of the first, Mendoza threw almost exclusively off speed. We'll see if he sticks with that or tries to mix up his pitches a little bit. Been watching him warm up. Looks like he's sticking with a lot of off-speed stuff. And, if he sticks with that over the course of this game, the Arrows should be able to start keying in on those pitches and really show some patience and make good contact.
Of course, you also have to have a thought process when you go up to the plate if they're throwing that. You don't want to try to pull it. A lot of times you take it where it's pitched.
Well, Gary, I'm not the most patient guy in the world, so I don't know if I'd have the patience to sit there and wait.
Zayton Vink will lead things off, and Zayton takes a strike at the letters. Strike 2 called. Vink couldn't trigger on that one. And he's behind in the count, 0-2.
Well, we just talked about those off speeds. It looks like Mendoza, the last 2 pitches, has thrown what would be considered his fastball, I think, a couple times over the middle of the plate.
Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed.
Wow, he teed him up perfectly with that pitch. A 12-6, straight to the dirt, and he had Vic in a blender there.
That was a good breaking ball right there.
Yeah, that was probably his best pitch of the night so far.
1 out, nobody on. The batter will be Austin Trinkle.
And given the context of what he had done before, it makes that pitch even better. The fact that he gave him 2 quick fastballs down the middle and then hit him with that.
Fastball outside to Trinkle. Austin bats from the right side. 1 out, nobody on. Foul ball past third base coach Bryce Elder. Shane Lichtai coaching over at first base. Leavenworth leads it here in the top of the second, 3-1. Mendoza ready, 1-1 pitch. Out in front of it, swings and misses.
Another really excellent curveball there from Mendoza, a breaking ball that it started at Trinkle's head and then broke late, really finished right at just above his waist, and that's why Trinkle tried to chase that one.
Fastball misses low and away, 2-2. I've got Trinkle shaded to pole in the outfield. Curveball is hitting the air down the left field line, chasing is Brown, and he'll make a running catch, what appeared to be in fair territory for the second out.
Yeah, that was definitely a close play down the foul line there, and Brown trusting his speed, getting under it, and made a nice running catch.
With 2 out, nobody on, the batter Connor Kiefer.
Kiefer, I think, might be one of the few guys tonight that's got his pants rolled up to show off his socks.
And this one hits him, bearing in on him, and so he'll go to first with 2 outs. The batter will be Paul Gillette. Yeah, I think Connor shows more stirrup than most players at this age.
I mean, those are some nice socks. I'd want to show them off, too.
On the other hand, Gillette shows nothing of red down there.
Yep.
They throw to first. Runner is back.
He's got his pants all the way down past his ankles, covering up the top of his shoes.
Yep. That's fine for a dress situation, of course, the way you want it. Runner goes. Pitch is a called strike. The throw to second base, not in time, and Kiefer steals it standing up.
Yeah, and again, to circle back, Mendoza, he hasn't showed a ton of velocity tonight. So, again, if you're able to get a good jump on him, you're going to have a decent chance in there. Kiefer swipes second.
Inside, almost hit Kiefer.
Or, excuse me. Yeah.
Or Gillette, I'm sorry. 1-1. Kiefer was hit by a pitch. He's out at second with 2 away. And now Mendoza will step off the rubber.
Yeah, and as Mendoza continues through this game, and if Ottawa continues to get on base and continues to steal bases, that's just going to make Mendoza more jittery and less focused on the hitter at the plate.
Off-speed pitch, missed low and away. That pitch really looked almost like a knuckleball to me, or a knuckle curve, because, man, it had a lot of movement and breaking late as well.
And you can see Mendoza, it's clear that he likes to rely on that, knowing that he doesn't have a ton of velocity on his fastball.
Outside, the count 3-1. Ottawa turns the lineup over if Gillette reaches. Slow hit ground ball to third. Welsh is up with it. Long throw across is perfect. Gillette retired, as is Ottawa here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base at the end of an inning and a half. It remains Leavenworth 3, Ottawa 1, and we'll return after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Hey, where'd you get that synthesizer?
I just bought it. Since we're saving so much with no mortgage down payment and no PMI with Navy Federal Credit Union, I figured I'd put some of that extra money to good use. Oh, and I'm starting a band with some platoon mates.
Great.
Learn how you can save $2,500 on average with a Navy Federal mortgage at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Leavenworth bats here in the bottom of the second. They'll lead things off with Aiden McIntosh, then Patrick Mendoza, and A.J. Ortega. Aiden McIntosh, a left-handed batter, stands in.
That bottom of the first is really defined by that error at second.
Swinging at the first pitch, skies it down the left field line. Over to his left is Sumrall to make the catch, I should say, to his right. And made a nice play. 1 out.
Oh, sorry, Gary. I mentioned the sun could be a factor, but now we've got some clouds rolling through, so that should help these outfielders maybe track the ball a little bit. Of course, sometimes, with clouds kind of the same color as the ball, there can still be cause some problems in the air.
Patrick Mendoza will be the batter. Swing and a foul tip, 0-1. Leavenworth leads it here, bottom of the second, 3-1. Both teams scoring their runs in the first. Chopper to third, bad hop, and it goes off the leg of Gillette, and Mendoza will be safe at first.
Looked like after it bounced off his leg, he didn't have any idea where it was. It kind of popped up behind him and to his left, and he couldn't quite find it, but after that bad hop, you're right, Gary, didn't really have a play regardless. And again, that's kind of the story of this infield is, especially when you're playing on a grass infield like this, you're going to get those 20 hops sometimes.
Here's Ortega, who grounded out to third his first time up. Grounds this one to third. Gillette will play across to first in time. And Mendoza will take second. Now 2 away. Now Dakota Schick, who looped a single into right center and scored a run back in the first. Well thrown by Vink on the outside corner, strike one.
And this is the section of the lineup that did the damage for Leavenworth in the bottom of the first, the 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters.
Missed away, 1-1. 1-1 delivery is line to right, a base hit. Vink up with it. Mendoza around third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw from Hadel, and he's going to be out. And the play really not even close. So the inning is over for Leavenworth in the second. No runs, a hit, 1 error, 1 left. The end of 2, Leavenworth 3, Ottawa 1, and we'll return after a 60-second break. This is Ottawa American Legion Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
Protect your real estate investment with title insurance from Croucher Abstract and Title Company. A one-time premium payment covers you against title fraud, forgery, undisclosed heirs, and more. 785-242-3281.
Carol Morgan came to Arvest Bank needing to get a loan. Let's hear what happens.
So, Carol, good news. You're approved for this loan and at this interest rate.
Yay, that's great.
You also mentioned you have some credit card debt. Would you be interested in rolling that into this loan so you're paying off that credit card at this same rate?
Really?
Yep, then it's all just one payment instead of 2.
Wow, that's
helpful?
Very helpful.
Personal loans made easy. Arvest Bank, ready to help.
Still 3-1 as we head to the third. Arrows will have the top of the order. Morton, Sumrall, and Hadel due up. Second game to follow here. Ottawa back in action at Chanute on Thursday evening. Luke Queen will have that doubleheader call, and then Luke will go the other direction on Friday as the Arrows take on the Lawrence Raiders. Both those doubleheaders get underway at 6, and you can hear it right here on KOFO. Logan Morton stands in, called out on strikes his first time up. Outside corner, 0-1. That one misses away.
Kind of the same story as the first at-bat for Morton back in the top of the first, with Mendoza really pounding that outside corner against the left-hander.
Inside-out swing, he fouls it off left field side. So now Morton will have to protect 1 and 2. And that one hit him in the foot. It was that off-speed pitch that I swear looks like some sort of a knuckle curve or something. And that's about where that pitch has gone almost every time he's thrown it. Low and inside to the left-handed batter. And that's really not what you want to do when you're up 2 strikes like that.
Yeah, on a 1-2 pitch, it's, you never want to hit a guy, but it feels even more painful when you hit him when you're up in the count.
Now Grady Sumrall, who bounced a single to center and scored back in the first. Soft toss over to the first, runner back easily.
And again, Mendoza clearly already feeling that pressure. Ottawa's been aggressive. They know they can beat him. And
that's
Mendoza,
a good throw over there, but he's back safely.
Yeah, Mendoza's aware of it, so he's trying to get out in front of it and maybe get a pick off at first. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Is here, Mendoza, he's clearly already feeling the pressure.
There goes the runner. Pitch a strike. Throw to second. Not in time.
And again, Ottawa continues to be aggressive, and they should be. They should continue to be aggressive here.
One strike to Sumrall. And Mendoza will step off.
Yeah, and for Ottawa, this is great to see because this means that Mendoza is clearly not fully focused on the hitter at the plate. He's definitely worried about the runners on the base pass. And, you know, when you're a pitcher like that and your focus is split, that just can really throw you off even more at the plate.
Sumrall shows bunt, takes outside.
And all it takes is a little lack of focus and a miss inside, outside, over the plate one time, and a hitter can take advantage of that at the plate.
Sumrall wanted to lay one down the left third base side. Third baseman went back to the bag on that last pitch. Again, showing bunt, takes low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Arrows trail by 2 here, top of the third, but they have a runner at second and nobody out. And again, Mendoza steps off the rubber. So Morton, who is an aggressive base runner, definitely has Mendoza's attention. Bunted foul down the third baseline. He was bunting for a base hit there. Now the count even, 2-2. Stretched by Mendoza. And the quick throw to second. He throws it into center field. Morton will trot into third base. Mendoza paying far too much attention to Morton out there.
Yeah, and that's the risky run of trying to make a throw like that is now you're just giving him third for free.
Ball hit to right center field, and that one's going to be down, a base hit. Morton will trot down the line to score to make it 3-2. That ball was up in the zone, and Sumrall lined it into right center. So now the tying run on with nobody out. Brett Hadel, the batter. Brett drew a walk back in the first. Sumrall stole a base in the first inning. There he goes. Pitches inside. The throw to second this time. Would be in time, but the ball was knocked out of the glove by Sumrall, and he'll be in safely at second.
And Bizzle, the catcher, he's getting a lot better at getting that ball down to second. That was his best throw by far.
He came out of the crouch that time, and that was the big difference.
Yeah, like I said, Gary, they had a chance for a tag there. It would have been close.
1-0 to Hadel. Bunted foul, and back to the screen. I really believe had the shortstop, Canterbury, held on to the ball, that Sumrall would have been out there. Hadel hits it foul down the right field line, giving chase, and running out of territory is the right fielder, McIntosh.
There really is a pretty good amount of foul territory down each line here at this ballpark. I mean, a lot of space there.
Yeah. They've got pitcher warm-up areas down each line.
Yeah.
So 1-2 to Hadel with the tying run at second, one out, or nobody out, rather. Fastball whooping in. And that was the best velocity we've seen from Mendoza tonight.
They just missed high and inside on it.
Sumrall, a good lead out of second. 2-2. Another ball hit to the right side. McIntosh coming in. Instead, it'll be the second baseman on the infield, Atchison, to make the play, and there's one away. Now Trent Roberts, who hit a sacrifice fly to center in the first.
Really, Mendoza in this inning, he's been up on a couple of hitters in this inning. Finally gets his first out of the inning, but he's pitching pretty well so far in this inning. He did have that hit by pitch that he threw to Morton.
High and inside, ball one. Missed away. Sumrall, the runner at second. 2-0 to Roberts. Went after the pitch up in the zone and fouls it back.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't flinch a little bit on that one. It was not exactly close to us, but close enough to where I jumped a little, you know.
Stretch, 2-1 pitch. Hit it down the left field line, foul and out of play.
I mean, we're really putting a lot of faith in the screen to protect this, Gary. I mean, we're pretty much right behind home plate. Somebody hits one straight back. Are you sure it's going to stop it?
I'm trusting it. I've trusted it for...
I guess I'll trust you.
I've trusted it for 60 years. I don't know why it stopped now. 2-2 to Roberts. I will say I've had netting that I didn't trust, but
yeah, we do have an actual chain fence.
Not the chain
here.
link fence.
Yeah,
no.
So probably a little bit more sturdy.
Down low and away, 3-2. This big pitch right here.
See what Mendoza dials up.
And it's inside, ball 4. So now 2 on for Xavier Vink. Thrown out by the third baseman his first time up. We'll have a courtesy runner for Roberts. That is Hudson Torres.
So the Arrows must be pretty confident that Vink is going to put this ball in play here. Putting a pinch runner at first.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
But also, if they do that, that way it'll be tougher for a potential double play ball here. If Vink hits one on the ground, they got more speed at first to maybe beat that throw to second. Or to deter a throw, and they can just go to first.
Zell through the signs, and Vink asks for time. First and second, 1 away. Ottawa scored a run, still trails by 1. Off-speed pitch is high.
Vink's rocking the no batting gloves, which is a bit more rare, I would say, in modern baseball, but he's bare-knuckling that thing.
Missed away, and it's 2-1 rather. Over at first, Schick is playing behind the runner, Torres. Strike 2 called. Runners lead away from second and first. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and Vic caught looking.
That could be a real confidence builder for Mendoza. You know, he struggled with his focus a little bit. He's been concerned about runners on the base pass. It's hurt him a little bit. Really resulted in that run that Ottawa scored early in this inning. But they're nice and focused, straight at the plate, back-to-back really good pitches for 2 strikes consecutively to get the strikeout.
Now Zayden Vink, who struck out swinging in the second. Fastball is outside. Chop foul over by the on-deck batter, Austin Trinkle. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Sumrall out at second, Torres at first. Sumrall's been out there with 0 outs. Now he's out there with 2 away. Late on the swing. The pitch was dropped by the catcher. The throw goes on into left field. Sumrall with heads-up base running, moves to third, and then comes home on the wild throw. So we're all tied up. And now Torres out at second base. 1-2 to Vink. Oh, there's that breaking pitch, and he got it over. Strike 3 called. But Ottawa ties it up here in the third. They get 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. We played 2.5. It's Ottawa 3, Leavenworth 3. Let's pause for 60 seconds. You're listening to Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. With Angie, you could cross your next project off your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, and we'll handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly, all for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
For Leavenworth, leading off the third, it'll be Kid Atchison. He takes high for a ball. He walked and scored in that 3-run first. Called strike, inside corner at the knees.
Well, Gary, tie game so far, and really Ottawa's done a good job of taking advantage of some of the mistakes by Leavenworth defensively.
Swing and a miss.
To have this game tied, and for Vink, he put up a 0 in the second. Chance to build some momentum here and do the same thing in the third.
Vink comes to the plate, and the ball's hit in the air, shallow left center. Sumrall will give way to Morton, who will make the catch.
Been really impressed with Vink, the pitcher here this afternoon. 3 runs in the first, but he didn't let that rattle him. He really settled in. A solid second, and he gets an easy out there to start the third.
1 down, and now Tamor Brown, who was hit by a pitch and scored. That really, I think, was the key to that first inning, was Brown getting hit with a 2-2 pitch.
Yeah.
You get him out, and then you've got a chance to get out of the inning unscathed.
But again, that goes back to the resilience of Vink. He could have easily been really thrown off his game after that inning. But he came back in the second, was sharp.
Outside corner, 0-1.
Starts with a strike there against Brown. And that's been what's most impressive to me is oftentimes as a starting pitcher, you see a lot of guys, if they don't get off to a clean start, they really struggle.
All the way back to the screen, 1-1. Might be a good time to point out that there's not a great deal of foul territory back of the plate here.
Yeah, it's a pretty short backstop.
And it's also a solid wood backstop, which sometimes you'll get balls coming right back toward the plate.
Yeah, that's something runners got to be aware of.
Popped it foul back and out of play. That'll get over the fences into the residential area. We're at Lansing Middle School here this evening. 1-2 to Brown. And the pitch is low. 3-3 tie in the bottom of the third. One out, nobody on.
You know, it's often we talk about being aware of field conditions, but that includes things like the backstop, like you said, Gary, different aspects of the field that may play differently depending on where you're at.
That pitch high and the count full now. 3-2 delivery. Strike three call. Caught him looking on the inside corner with a fastball.
And Brown couldn't believe it. He turned around and thought for sure that was ball four, but instead he heads back to the dugout.
Big's first strikeout of the night. Now the batter will be Jackson Bizzell, who singled to right and drove home a run back in the first inning. Fouled it just to the left of the plate. Fastball high. Count even, a ball and a strike.
And Vink would certainly love a 1-2-3 inning here.
Just missed inside, 2-1.
That was a pretty good location, it seemed like. Maybe just a touch inside, but pretty good spot against the right-hander.
Way outside, 3-1 now.
And you can see that close call that Vink didn't get, it's really kind of throwing off this whole at-bat for him.
Grounder to third. Up with it is Gillette. Now he drops it, and Bizzell will be safe as the ball rolled away from Hadel. Well, I tell you what, if Gillette had set himself and made a solid throw, he would have had Bizzell, who was struggling to get down the line. But it'll be an error on the Arrows' third baseman and a base runner with two outs.
Yeah, Bizzell, not the most fleet of foot, and certainly the third baseman over there had some time really to gather himself, but I think when he initially flubbed the play, it kind of got in his mind a little bit, and he rushed when he had a chance to recover.
Courtesy runner for the catcher over at first base. I believe that's Clayton Anderson. The batter is Mason Canterbury, and that ball is hit down the right field line, and ball drops. They'll throw it to second base, and they will get the runner there, who should have been off with that ball off the bat. Instead, stayed around first, and Ottawa able to get the 9-6 force to end the inning. So the Arrows get out of that one again. No runs, no hits, one error, and one left. At the end of 3 innings of play, the score is tied. Ottawa 3, Leavenworth 3, and will return after a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Now, you know, when it came to my KFC meal, I had to put some thought into it.
KFC, may I take your order?
So I started off with a warm and toasted brioche bun. Word of advice, do not sleep on brioche buns. They're French and they're fire. Now, for the star of the show, have you ever seen such a beautiful chicken sandwich? You gotta make mine spicy. Add a side of mac and cheese, secret recipe fries, ranch, and an ice-cold lemonade. And there you have it. Check out the new Jack Harlow meal at KFC.
Order ahead or on the KFC app today. Prices and participation may vary.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Lower third of the Arrows order up here in the fourth. Austin Trinkle, Connor Kiefer, and Paul Gillette. Ottawa has 2 hits against Patrick Mendoza. Leavenworth has 4 against Xavier Vink.
Yeah, the story defensively so far in this game for Leavenworth has been some errors at critical moments. They've had a couple of bad throws here and there, and to Ottawa's credit, they've done a good job of when that's happened, capitalizing on the base pass and scoring a couple runs. I mean, this game could easily be 3-1 Leavenworth. Certainly after that third inning, both those runs scored in the third by Ottawa were off of errors.
First pitch popped up, back of the plate, And the catch made by Bazell. There's one pitch, one out. Now Connor Kiefer. Oh, yeah, that's a new catcher, isn't it? That's Schick behind the plate. Kiefer hit by a pitch his first time up. Takes a strike.
Yeah, that's Schick behind the plate now in place of Bizzle after they pinch ran for him in the bottom half of the third.
Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's check. Then is Bazell over at first base now?
Looks like they've still got their...
So that one got away from Mendoza.
Still got Canterbury at first. That one made me jump.
Cody Kester's at first base now. Thank you. 2-1 to Kiefer. Up too high. Swing and a miss. Count runs full. One out, nobody on. 3-3 tie, top of the fourth.
But this all would backstop. The ball bounces, but it also pops pretty loud right in front of you.
Kiefer got a piece of it and fouled it back to that base of the screen. Be a good sound effect for a gun going off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty loud.
Now another 3-2 pitch. And it's off speed, up high, ball 4. Arrows had the lead runner on with 1 away.
Give you real quick, you tracking. Dakota, number 2 for them, is now their catcher. He was the 8th.
Thank you.
Cody, number 21, is in.
Playing first base.
Playing first base, and Jackson's out.
Thank you.
Well, that was very kind of the umpire to give us a little update there.
Gave us the changes there from the defensive side for Leavenworth. Bazell didn't actually need to leave the game after that. That was a courtesy runner that's allowed in American Legion Baseball for the catcher and sometimes for the pitcher as well. So speeds the game up, allows the catcher to get back into the dugout and get the gear on. Now Paul Gillette grounded out to third his first time up. Kiefer, who stole second base back in the second, had a pretty good lead, and Mendoza stepped off the rubber. Quick throw to first, rolls away from Kessinger, but not far enough for Kiefer to attempt to take second. Game 1 of the doubleheader. We're in the 4th. Just below the knees, 1-0 to Gillette. Kiefer, pretty good lead at first. Another quick throw over there, but he's back. It's blowing away. 2 balls, no strikes. You know, I had bad dreams as a kid being a runner at first base and taking that lead and trying to dive back in and not being able to get back to the bag. Runner goes. Pitch is chopped foul over by the third base dugout.
You know, I do think it's one of the worst ways you can get out in the game of baseball. If if you're getting picked off like that, it's just because of a complete lack of awareness, really. You know what I mean?
I think that's what was bothering him as much about my dream, is that it showed a complete lack of awareness on my part. 2-1 to Gillette with a runner at first, 1 away.
I was never really even quite good enough to make it to first base, so I didn't have to worry myself too much about what I would do if I actually got on base.
That rolls away from Kessinger as well, but again, not far enough. Mendoza's already made an error on a throw to second base in this game.
They've got grass down the lines as well, and that really helped out the throw there as the grass killed the ball.
Ball hit in the air into shallow left. Everybody giving chase. Shortstop makes the catch, runs into the left fielder, Brown. The throw back behind. Kiefer rolls away from Kessinger, and now Kiefer on down to second base, and he'll make it.
That was really a plus play from Canterbury at short to make that catch, but then he just a little too high on the throw back to first, trying to double him up.
Fine play, and then he ran into Brown. They're checking to make sure that they're both okay, and it appears they are. And the throw wasn't that bad. It just ticked off the glove of Kessinger.
Yeah.
Kiefer made the smart base running move. He went about a third of the way down the line because he's got to head to second base if that ball drops. And he was going to get back to first, but this allowed him to get to second. And here's Logan Morton. He was hit by a pitch and scored his last time up. He's also been called out on strikes.
Yeah, then Kiefer slid into second base, and whoever does Cody Kiefer's laundry is not going to be too thrilled about tonight. The front of his uniform is all completely brown.
Throw back behind the runner, and he's back in safely. You know, Mendoza really does not have to make those throws in those situations. They're not going to pick anybody off, and once you step off the back of the mound, you don't have to make the throw.
Again, that just goes back to that split focus, taking his attention away from the hitter.
That ball's cranked to right field and deep. Going back on his McIntosh, looks up, and this ball is out of here. Home run, Logan Morton. So Logan Morton with a two-run shot here with 2 outs in the fourth. And the Arrows take a 5-3 lead. There was never much of a doubt about that one.
Yeah, that was a very, very well-hit ball. And with no breeze either to aid that or anything, that was just pure power from Morton.
Now Grady Sumrall, who has singled twice.
Probably about 320 down there, 320.
Yeah, I would think. I hit the letters with that off-speed pitch.
My very, very scientific determination.
It's all a matter of geometry, right?
Well, I got a C in my high school geometry, so maybe I shouldn't trust myself.
Ground ball headed for right, and that's a base hit. So Sumrall is 3 for 3. And it'll get Brett Hadel to the plate. Brett has walked and popped to the second baseman. 4 hits now for the Arrows. They've scored 2 here in the top of the fourth to take a 5-3 lead. That ball hit down the right field line. That could be trouble, and that one is going to drop in foul territory.
Woo! That was a close call down the right field line, and really a fortunate call for Leavenworth. As you said, Gary, if that's a fair ball, that would have been trouble.
Hadel just missed extra bases there.
Like I was talking about earlier, Mendoza continues to serve up these off-speed pitches, and now here into the fourth inning, Ottawa's really starting to figure him out.
So 1 strike to Hadel.
I mean, the last 3 hitters now between Morton, Sumrall, and Hadel, they have been aggressive early in the count, and they have been really keyed in on what Mendoza has been throwing them.
Runner goes. Pitch is a strike, no throw. 0-2 now to Hadel, but runner in scoring position with 2 away. Defensive swing, and he fouls it off past the first base coach. That's the way you protect yourself at the plate there with 2 strikes. Hadel knew he couldn't hit that ball fair. He just kept himself alive. Just below the knees, 1-2.
That looked pretty good from Mendoza. No call, though. But that was about as good of a spot as maybe we've seen all night, and didn't get it.
Walking lead for Sumrall. There he goes. Pitch, strike three called, and it doesn't really matter. Arrows out here in the fourth, but they take the lead. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. We'll move to the bottom of the fourth. It's Ottawa 5, Leavenworth 3. And you're listening to American Legion Baseball action here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. We'll take a 60-second break here.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
Tech neck is real. If you're an avid mobile device operator and suffer from headaches, neck, and back pain, it could be tech neck. What you may not realize is your posture playing a huge part in your pain. It can be corrected. Find out more from Ottawa Chiropractic, 785-242-4100. The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, is bringing back local news to your local newspaper and want your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news@ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Erica, 785-577-3935.
In the bottom of the fourth for Leavenworth, they'll send to the plate Corey, Welsh, and McIntosh. Xavier Vink has allowed 4 hits, 2 each in the first and second innings.
And for Vink, he's going to be pitching with the lead again here in the fourth. And again, he's been pitching with confidence really all night. He had a 3-run first that didn't really seem to affect him at all, and since then he's put up a couple zeros and seems like he's really settled into this game. And now with a lead, he can really throw with some confidence here.
Corey, the batter. Bounce back to the pitcher his first time up. Hit in the air, shallow left, will drop for a base hit. Went after a pitch up around his eyes and just kind of tomahawked it into left field.
Yeah, it was a really solid hit from Corey, just a well-struck ball. Saw one he liked right off the bat and just took his swing and avoided with a base hit.
That'll bring the tying run to the plate, and Owen Welsh, who was out on a fly to right his first time. Chops this one down the line at third. Kiefer bobbles, and everybody will be safe.
Kiefer's had a tough time on the hot corner so far this afternoon, and you just got to keep shaking those off and try to forget about them on to the next one.
So 2 on, nobody out. Here's McIntosh. Glide out to Sumrall and left his first time. Pitch to him is low. Swing and a miss. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. 5-3 Ottawa, bottom of the fourth, but Leavenworth is threatening with nobody out. Runners at first and second. Ground ball to the left side. Kiefer will play across to Diamond to first, and safe at first. He beat the throw. It looked like Kiefer had a play at third and elected to go across the diamond, and everybody's safe on the infield single. Loads the bases for Patrick Mendoza. Mendoza, an infield single his first time up. That ball is hit foul down the left field line.
Yeah, Mendoza, as the starting pitcher, a chance to help himself out by driving in a couple runs of his own.
Oh, 1 delivery, swung at and missed.
Now in the blink of an eye, he's down 0-2, and he's got to be on the defensive here a little bit.
2-strike pitch. Fastball way upstairs. Thought maybe he might have gone up the ladder to chase it, but Mendoza made no move towards swinging at that one. One-two pitch. And this one also upstairs, 2-2. And this is where Vink wants to end this right here. And he threw it in the dirt, full count.
And now the pressure really shifts from the hitter to the pitcher here with Vink. He's got to hit his mark on this full count pitch, otherwise a run will score.
3-2 delivery. Fouled off down the left field line.
That was a very, very hittable pitch for Mendoza, but he just threw it out in front of it.
Vink working from the stretch. Ball inside, and the run comes home. So now a 5-4 ball game. Back to the top of the order for A.J. Ortega. Thrown out twice by the third baseman.
Well, Vink responded well to adversity he faced in the first, but now he's got himself in a real pickle here in the fourth.
Called strike here, 0-1. Popped it foul. First base side. Hadel giving chase. He will run out of room. But I tell you what, a pop-up like that would have been just what the doctor ordered for the Arrows. But instead, just 0-2 on Ortega. Little looper on the infield, and Kiefer will make the catch. Runners back to their respective bases, and there's one away.
Well, you said a pop-out would have been just what the doctor ordered. How about a nice little soft liner?
Yeah.
Straight to the shortstop, Kiefer.
Dakota Schick is 2 for 2 tonight. Fouls this one off. Both times he has gone the opposite way. Grounder to short. That could be 2. To second base. And it's off Trinkle's glove, and everybody's safe. Welsh down the line to tie the score. So credit Schick with an RBI.
Second time tonight that Trindle has just been unable to quite hang on to that.
Sky to shallow center. Morton under it. He makes the catch, and they will not try to score the runner from third.
Yeah, that ball just not deep enough to risk sending a runner here. So really, a good outcome for Ottawa as the game stays tied. And now Vink can really just lock in on Brown here and keep this at a tie game.
2 away. Brown has been hit by a pitch, and he's been called out on strikes. Huge batter right here in a tie ball game. That ball is fouled off. Strike 1. Missed away. McIntosh at third, Mendoza at second, Schick at first. The 1-1 to Brown, and it hit him. So now 6-5, and Bryce Elder out of the Ottawa dugout.
You know, Gary, sometimes that third out is the toughest one to get, and as a pitcher, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself when you're in a situation like this where you know there's runners on, they've already scored a couple runs, it's a tie, or was a tie game, now you're down, and I think the goal here is to just try to settle down, Vink, you know, still 2 outs in the inning, take a deep breath, focus on your guy at the plate, get him out, rest will take care of itself.
Arrows will change pitchers here in the bottom of the fourth.
or they'll change pitchers.
It'll be right-hander Paul Gillette being brought on. So we'll take a 60-second break here with the score, Leavenworth 6, Ottawa 5. We're back in 60 seconds, and you're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-452-5050. That's 1-800-452-5050.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Paul Gillette, the new pitcher. Cody Kessinger bats for the first time tonight. Pitch is up too high.
Yeah, it looks like Cody Kessinger's got some leather work gloves that he's using as his batting gloves here.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That ball spanked down the left field line, but foul.
You know, you think you've seen it all, and then turns out you haven't.
I'll bet they're soft.
Yeah, it's the same concept. And batting gloves, they're just designed to give you better grip.
Yeah.
Other gloves you think probably would do the job.
The line by Gillette, the 1-1 pitch. That ball hit fair down the left field line. 1 run will score, and they will hold Schick at third base, and now 7-5 Leavenworth. Canterbury, the batter, he has twice reached on fielder's choices. Upstairs. Again, high, 2-0. Fly ball, right center field. It's a long run. Vink looking up. He'll one-hand this one to end the inning. In the fourth for Leavenworth, they get 4 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 Ottawa errors and 3 left on base. At the end of 4, Leavenworth has a 2-run lead again, 7-5 over the Arrows. We're back in 60 seconds, and you're listening to Ottawa American Legion Baseball on KOFO.
Angie's List is now Angie, your home for everything home. With Angie, you could cross your next project off your to-do list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need, and we'll handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. Or browse reviews, compare quotes from pros, and connect instantly, all for free. For everything from routine maintenance to a dream remodel. Because however you want your project done, we'll get it done. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Carol Morgan came to Arvest Bank needing to get a loan. Let's hear what happens.
So, Carol, good news. You're approved for this loan and at this interest rate.
Yay, that's great.
You also mentioned you have some credit card debt. Would you be interested in rolling that into this loan so you're paying off that credit card at this same rate?
Really?
Yep, then it's all just 1 payment instead of 2.
Wow, that's
helpful?
Very helpful.
Personal loans made easy. Arvest Bank, ready to help.
Well, Leavenworth has rebuilt its 2-run lead with 4 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Ottawa bats here in the 5th. They'll send to the plate Roberts, Xavier Vink, and Zayton Vink. Both these teams have been resilient, Nick, so far tonight. Ottawa took a 1-run lead in the top of the 1st. Leavenworth got 3 in their half of the inning. Then the Arrows tied it up in the third, took the lead in the fourth, and Leavenworth came right back with 4 in their half of the inning.
Yeah, it has certainly been an up-and-down game for both teams, and I think both teams maybe could make the argument they should be leading this game. Ottawa certainly could, and so could Leavenworth. They could think they're leading by more than just 2 runs at this point. So, it hasn't been the cleanest game on both sides, but you're right, Gary. Both teams really hanging in there mentally.
Line drive up the middle, base hit center field by Trent Roberts to lead things off.
And right on cue, Trent Roberts gets the inning started well for Ottawa, kept his head down, and knocked that one straight back into center field. And it's exactly what the Arrows needed here. After giving up 4 runs in the bottom of the fourth, they come right back with a base hit to start the fifth.
Now the Leavenworth coach out to the mound. Mendoza has thrown 82 pitches here. So he may be nearing the end of his night.
He's not been necessarily throwing a lot of velocity. So you wonder just how stretched his arm could be.
They'll stay with him. The batter will be Xavier Vink, who is grounded out and struck out. Here's a stretch by Mendoza. Pitch to Vink in the dirt. Runner with a delayed steal attempt, and Torres is out at second.
A great throw from Schick there. And again, Ottawa, they've been aggressive on the base paths so far tonight, and it hasn't come back to bite them too much. It's really rewarded them. But there, they get caught and a leadoff man out. And the momentum that they were able to get back from that base hit to start this inning is suddenly ripped away off that nice throw from Schick.
1-0 to Vink. Down too low. So often in baseball, it's the little things that make the difference. Just below the knees, 3 balls, no strikes. Vink swings 3-0 and misses. The pitch was up around his eyes.
Yeah, surprised that Vink tried to get that one on a 3-0 count. Thought he might try to make Mendoza throw a strike, and I'm not confident that was a strike that he swung out there.
That one was, and it's lined, and the second baseman to his left to make the catch, 2 away.
That was Kid Atchison, and yeah, nice catch. That ball was kind of trailing away from him. He's still able to haul it in.
Base is empty, 2 out. Zayton Vink, the batter. He has struck out twice, once swinging, once looking. Fouled it off.
And, Mendoza, he hasn't had many chances to put up a 0 so far tonight. He's only 1 run in the first. He did get a 0 in the second, but then 2 and 2 in the third and fourth, respectively. So this could be a real confidence builder for him. After the mound visit, you were thinking maybe he might be coming out of the game. And if he can get this out here, he might be able to coast for the rest of this game.
Pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 2 outs. Arrows trail 7-5, top of the 5th.
Yeah, after that leadoff base hit, it looked like Ottawa might have had him on the ropes, and now he's definitely back.
Curve bends in there.
And he just threw maybe his best pitch of the night.
Man, that is a wicked curveball.
Yeah, that was maybe his best of the night. A curve that started way up and in and just slashed across the plate.
Fastball, strike 3 called. Vink caught looking. Arrows out here in the 5th. No runs, a hit. Nobody left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th inning, still with Leavenworth 7, Ottawa 5, and we'll return after this 60-second break. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Life goes on, and that means you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You also should consider preparing for the inevitable. We can help with that. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts, combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
At CarStar Ottawa, your safety matters. That's why we train yearly to be iCar Gold certified, because as cars and designs have changed to keep you safer, so have the collision repair procedures. Call CarStar, 242-8916. CarStar, relax, we'll take it from here.
Bottom of the 5th for Leavenworth. They'll send to the plate, the top of the order. They'll send to the plate Corey, Welsh, and McIntosh. Against Paul Gillette, who came in the 4th, gave up a single, but then retired Canterbury on a fly to right on a nice play by Zayton Zink out there. As the lights come on here at Lansing Middle School, Corey has singled and he has bounced back to the pitcher. Popped him up. Down the third base line, Vink giving chase, and he'll make the catch in foul territory. Vink drew a beat on that ball quickly, made a nice play. So 1 out. Now the batter is Owen Welsh, who's fly to right, reached on an error. Guy to center, pretty well hit, but room out there for Morton. He'll make the play, and there's 2 outs.
Leavenworth much more aggressive against Gillette here early. He's serving up some pitches, some hittable pitches over the plate, but the Ottawa defense stepping through here in the 5th inning.
Aiden McIntosh grounds one of the hole is short, fielded by Kiefer. He'll throw, and they got him by a half step. Good throw by Kiefer. And Gillette works a 3-pitch 5th inning. 3 up, 3 down. At the end of 5, it remains Leavenworth 7, Ottawa 5. Let's pause for 60 seconds. This is Arrows Baseball on 103.7 FM and 1220 KOFO.
I'll ring you up in a second. Kim, can you see if we have more acid wash?
Desmona's Thrift Store is the spot for killer vintage finds.
Oh, that looks fabulous on you. Hey, can you do the register?
But her sales clerk situation feels pretty threadbare.
Oh, yeah, let me clear out that fitting room.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love wasting your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's all been said, so if that earphone was out, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Austin Trinkle leads off the 6th for the Arrows. He'll be followed by Connor Kiefer, then Paul Gillette. Trinkle has fly to left and fouled out to the catcher. Swings a pitch down in the zone, strike 1.
Mentioned in the 5th, the Arrows, they had Mendoza on the ropes, really. Looked like he might come out of the game, but they got picked off on the base pass and a strikeout from Mendoza that ended the 5th, and now he's back out on the 6th, looking pretty good.
Trinkle fouls that one at the plate. That was that breaking pitch. Joe Garagiola, who you're probably way too young to know, used to call that an good old-fashioned American Legion roundhouse curve. There he is again. He swings and misses, and Trinkle down on strike. Strikeout number 7. For Patrick Mendoza.
I mean,
one out in the inning, excuse me.
Go ahead, Gary.
Go ahead.
The perseverance of Mendoza has been really impressive. I mean, he's had really an up-and-down game. There were times where he looked pretty shaky. He looked out of focus at times, really had struggling with runners on the base paths, but this is the best he's looked all night by far over these last 2 or 3 hitters he's faced.
Now Connor Kiefer, he takes in the dirt, ball one. Connor has been hit by a pitch and walked. He scored a run. He stole on a base.
And you know, when he's throwing that curveball or breaking ball with a lot of confidence, it's even that much more potent.
Chopper down the first base line. Kessinger will field it in fair territory and step on the bag for the second out. So bases empty, 2 away for Paul Gillette, who's grounded out and popped out.
This thing jumped already, so I'm not going to call any more outs on it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, the Arrows offense really sputtering now over the last inning or so.
Bunted down the third base line. It's a good one. Mendoza will have to hurry. The throw is wild and on down the right field line. There goes Gillette towards second, and he will make it. So it'll be a bunt single and an error on the throw. And that will get Logan Morton to the plate, representing the tying run. Logan homered to right his last time up. He's also been hit by a pitch and struck out.
Well, sometimes maybe the small ball can spark your offense.
That was a good bunt by Gillette.
Yeah.
Morton shows bunt, takes low and away.
And again, with the way this grass has been playing tonight, I mean, once that thing got to the grass, it stopped rolling immediately. No chance for the third baseman until Mendoza had to sprint off the mound to try to get there.
105.
Low, 2 balls, no strikes.
And for Mendoza, really, all things considered, he ended up making that somewhat of a close play. If he throws a little more accurate ball, you know, that suddenly becomes a bang-bang play at first. Could have gone out of the way potentially.
And again, low to Morton, 3-0.
I wonder how much that home run from Morton in the fourth inning is weighing on Mendoza here.
It might be. And Logan is smart just to let those balls go on by. Down by 2 runs. The job is to make sure you get on base. And he takes ball 4. The ball rolls away from the catcher. Actually hit the home plate umpire in the face mask. And on the wild pitch, Gillette down to third.
Yeah, that bounced off the dirt and kind of took a funny hop, and I think you're right, Gary. I think he did catch the home plate umpire. And now the Leavenworth, I think they are going to make a pitching change here.
Coach out to the pitching mound. Oh, he got the umpire?
No, yeah, you got the umpire, but the pitcher, Patrick hit Max on the pitch.
Oh, okay. So Mendoza's at 105 pitches, so he has to come out.
Yeah.
So he will be done for the evening, and he stayed right with Ottawa here this evening. So Leavenworth will make a pitching change here in the top of the 6th, leading 7-5. We will pause for 60 seconds, and you're listening to Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
Do you know if your AC is ready to beat the heat this summer? You can find out by calling Adamson Brothers today at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers, maintaining your comfort since 1983.
When purchasing or refinancing a home, do you know what transpires from time of application to the day of settlement? Rod Croucher and his dedicated staff will guide you through the process, protecting you against any adverse title claims or risks. Croucher Abstract and Title, 324 South Main, Ottawa.
Okay, input footage. How is the hard drive already full?
Jawan's Pilates studio converted to entirely virtual classes.
What's MPEG?
But leading and editing sessions is stretching her too thin.
It says render failed. What'd I do?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
New pitcher for Leavenworth is left-hander Aiden McIntosh. And moving out to right field is Bradley Garnett. He will bat in the 10th spot in the lineup. Mendoza had hit his maximum pitch count, which is 105. So The left-hander being brought on here to face Grady Sumrall, who is 3 for 3 tonight, 3 singles. Tying run over at first.
And Mendoza should certainly be proud of his effort. I mean, 5 runs, but really pitched pretty well and really came on strong late in his outing as well.
Stretched by McIntosh. Pitch. Right through there, strike 1.
Barely caught the outside corner. Looks a little low also, but a called strike. This is a lefty-lefty matchup here.
Runner goes from first. Pitch is butted foul back to the screen. So now Sumrall has to protect. Down in the count, 0-2. All this started after 2 were out. The bunt single by Gillette moved to second on the throwing error, to third on a wild pitch, and then Morton with the walk. Morgan drops down to second base. The pitch was up too high. So now the tying run at second. In the dirt, nice stop by Schick, the catcher.
Yeah, and Leavenworth they were content to let Morton go down to second here, so a lot of faith in McIntosh, the pitcher, to retire the side with Sumrall at the plate.
In the dirt once again, and again Schick was able to block it. Brett Hadel in the on-deck circle would bat if Sumrall reaches here.
Yeah, McIntosh, he's really making Schick work with these last couple of pitches, hasn't he? Done a good job, though.
3-2 pitch is line, base hit right field. 1 run will score. Morton around third. He's going to score, and we're all tied up at 7.
Some great patience from Sumrall there. I mean, McIntosh threw him, 3 straight pitches low and in the dirt, and Sumrall, he waited, and finally McIntosh left one up, and he didn't miss down the right field line.
Brett Hadel 0 for 2 with a walk. Pickoff move to first. Sumrall's back. Now with a left-hander out there, Nick, the Ottawa runners have got to be a little bit more.
Yeah, it was clear they
on that pickoff move.
Yeah, it was clear they had a pretty good read on Mendoza, but now with McIntosh in there.
That ball hitting the air to left. Going back on it, Brown. He draws a beat on it and makes the catch. But the Arrows tie it up after 2 were out. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Leavenworth error and 1 left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th now. Ottawa 7, Leavenworth 7. Back in 60 seconds. This is Arrows baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Advent Health Ottawa invites you to Walk-In Wednesdays, a weekly hiring event from 10 to noon at 1302 South Main. They're currently looking for RNs, clinical and non-clinical support, and entry-level staff. Visit careers.adventhealth.com/Ottawa for details. Advent Health Ottawa is an equal opportunity employer.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, Funeral Director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
We're all tied up as the Leavenworth bats here in the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Bradley Garnett to lead things off. Then back to the top of the order for A.J. Ortega and Dakota Schick. Paul Gillette on in relief of the starter, Xavier Vink, who went
3 2/3.
Yeah, 3 2/3.
Yep.
He allowed 6 hits, 7 runs, but only 2 of those runs were earned, Nick. None of those runs in the 4th were earned.
Yeah, and this game, Gary, has really turned into a slugfest. I mean, back and forth. We've had about 3 or 4 different lead changes, I think, probably more. And now we're tied at 7 here with Leavenworth about to come to the plate. And Gillette, he came in relief, and he threw a 3-pitch inning in the 5th. So, he's fresh. He's feeling pretty loose probably. And he'll have a chance here to give the Ottawa a chance to take the lead going into the top of the 7th.
Bradley Garnett batting for the first time tonight. Right-handed hitter. Gillette's pitch is a strike. Hitting to left center field. Morton draws a beat on it, makes the catch, 1 away. A.J. Ortega, the batter, he's 0 for 3.
Well, Gillette is throwing strikes, and Leavenworth is swinging, but the Ottawa defense is coming through behind him and making some plays, and that's pretty much exactly what you want in this situation.
Pitch to Ortega's down low.
And for Leavenworth, it's got to be encouraging that they have had some pretty good contact off Gillette, but they've hit it right to the defense a couple times.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball there, 1-1. Breaking balls high.
Now, Gary, you may not understand this reference. Maybe you do. Ortega's got 95 on the back of his jersey. Also McQueen. That's from Lightning McQueen from the Disney movie Cars. Lightning McQueen's number was 95 in that movie.
Swings and misses at the next pitch. 2-2 now.
You hit me with that old-time reference. I got to come back with something maybe that you might not quite get.
Ortega fouls it off. I've seen an awful lot of Pixar and Disney movies, but I
never seen Cars.
Never seen Cars.
Man, Cars is one of the best, probably. Very good.
2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Caught him looking on the outside corner.
Well, there was no Lightning McQueen and A.J. Ortega's swing at that at bat.
2 outs, and here is Dakota Schick, who is 2 for 3.
I mean, Cars has got to be a top 5 Pixar movie, I think, Disney movie.
Chop foul back of the plate. Tell you what, I'll catch it the next time it's on freeform. Breaking ball up too high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Line to right field, Vink on the run. He'll make the catch and the inning's over. 3 up, 3 down, and the Leavenworth 6th. We'll go to the 7th, all knotted up at 7. And we're back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to Ottawa Arrows Baseball on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt their music. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, we made this ad optional. If you want to skip this ad, remove your left earphone. Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance so you only pay for what you need.
If you're missing this informative ad, you must love wasting your cash.
It's the easy and smart way to save.
Now it's all been said, so if that earphone was out, put it back in your head.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There are only 3 times a year you think about your home's heating and cooling system. Winter, when you want to stay warm. Summer, when you want to stay cool. And any season when it's not working. All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating can make sure your heat and AC are working in all seasons when you sign up for their residential maintenance membership. They'll perform a mechanical safety and performance inspection, change your filters, and even change the batteries in your CO2 detector. Call to sign up for the residential maintenance membership with All Seasons today at 8888 Airman.
Middle third of the order up for the Arrows here at the top of the 7th in a 7-7 tie. Trent Roberts, Xavier Vink, Zayton Vink. Facing the left-hander Aiden McIntosh on in relief of the starter Patrick Mendoza.
Gary, it seems only fitting that this game is tied at 7 going into the 7th, how it's been so back and forth. And here we are, tie ball game in the top of the 7th, and really this is what both teams play for, a chance to have a shot in this final inning of the game.
Ottawa led 1-0. Leavenworth took a 3-1 lead. Ottawa tied it at 3, then took a 5-3 lead. Leavenworth scored 4 in the fourth, lead 7-5. And the Arrows tied it up on a 2-run single by Grady Sumrall in the sixth. Sumrall's had himself quite a night. 4 for 4 now.
2 runs scored, and he's driven in 3.
Trent Roberts has had a good night. He has singled, walked, and hit a sacrifice fly.
He did get picked off at second on a steal attempt in the fifth.
Squib foul over by the first base coach, 0-1. To be fair to Trent, that was the courtesy runner Torres that happened to.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. Down too low, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, I don't want to call a guy out for getting picked off, and it wasn't him, you know. Got to set the record straight.
Squibbed back to the mound, off the pitcher's glove, and safe at first will be Roberts.
Wow, I have no idea how that ball took that bounce. I mean,
that had a serious overspin.
Yeah, it looked like McIntosh was going to make a play on it, and then it kicked up behind him, almost like it maybe hit the rubber or spun off the dirt, and just no play there as Roberts hustled down the first base line.
Well, once again, Torres over at first to run. Vink, the batter, lined to second as last time. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Showing bunt, takes way up high.
Yeah, it looks like Ottawa might just want to try to play some small ball here in a tie game. Get the tie-breaking run across the plate.
Welsh at third, in on the grass. Kessinger at first, holding the runner. Punt down the first base line, veers off foul. That's the place to bunt it right there, is make Kessinger field it. He's a right-handed thrower. He would have no chance to get the runner at second base. Vink looking down the line for a sign. One pitch. Swinging away, grounds it to the hole, it's short, and they'll throw to first, and he will be out at first. They got him by a half step. But Torres down to second on the play. Great play by Canterbury.
That was an excellent play from the shortstop, Canterbury. I thought Vink had the base hit there on the infield, and Canterbury, a one-hopper, gets it there in time.
Now Zayton Vink, who's had a rough night. He struck out 3 times. This would be the right time to break out of it right here. With the lead run in scoring position with just 1 out. Outside, ball 1. Long look at second, the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman near the bag at second will make the play, and there's 2 away. And down to third base goes Torres.
And now the inning rests on the shoulders of Austin Trinkle, who is 0 for 3 tonight. But a chance here to put the Arrows in front.
Trinkle stands in against McIntosh, the left-hander. Gets away from the catcher. Oh, and Torres wasn't prepared to head to the plate. That ball rolled all the way over to the first base dugout. And Hudson Torres should have scored.
Okay, I was just thinking, we talked about it earlier, the shortened backstop, so you wonder if Torres was a little bit concerned about if that ball went to the backstop. He didn't want to run himself out of the inning. But with the way that ball ended up rolling, I think you're right. If he was aggressive there, he probably would have scored, but a gamble he was not willing to take.
Trinkle way out in front of the breaking pitch, swings and misses. One pitch in the dirt, and Schick blocks this one.
Kind of surprised McIntosh keeps going to those low pitches in the dirt, putting a lot of stress on his catcher, especially with the game tie-breaking run on at third.
2 outs, 2-1 the count to Trinkle. Ground ball to third, up with it Welsh. Throw across in time, and the inning's over. Well, the Arrows waste the leadoff single. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Leavenworth will come to the bat in the bottom of the 7th with a chance to win the ball game. It's 7-7, and we're back in 60 seconds. This is Arrows Baseball on KOFO.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
Bottom of the 7th for Leavenworth, it'll be Kid Atchison, Tamer Brown, and Cody Kessinger. Atchison is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch to him is down low. Popped it foul back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gillette has a sign. 1-1 pitch. Didn't mean to do it. Fouled it back.
Yeah, that was awfully close to where we're sitting, Gary.
It would have sailed over our heads.
We gotta, and you know, you look at the chain link fence here. There's a section where it's kind of overlaps, and maybe
it's just a little high. 2-2.
Not as strong there, you know.
You're looking for the weakest link, is what you're looking for, right? Fastball high, the count runs full. Big pitch right here. You do not want to walk this leadoff man. Foul ball, backing out of play, third base side. Somebody's car might get that one, but it doesn't.
Okay, how's the saying go? 60% of the time, 100% of the time, the leadoff walk scores?
Yep, that's about right. Chopped it foul at the plate, so
but
Gillette making good pitches, Atchison fouling him off.
Yeah, man, Atchison, he doesn't seem like he has any interest in walking. He wants to put this ball in play.
Again, the 3-2 pitch. Hit down the right field line, foul. Giving chase is Vink. Can he get there? No, he won't get there in time, and it falls harmlessly over by the warm-up area.
That ball actually bounced off the top of the fence, I think, which is pretty remarkable. It's a pretty skinny fence, and it bounced right off the top of it. The little fence jutting out there on the right field side.
So we'll do it again, still 3-2.
With how aggressive Atchison's being, we'll see what Gillette does.
Fouls that one back. Now that one got my attention.
That one would have taken our legs out without this wooden platform.
Another 3-2 pitch. Another foul ball. This next pitch will be the 12th of the at-bat. And it's lined down the right field line. Trouble if it's fair. It is a fair ball into the corner. Atchison around second, on his way to third. Trinkle, no, he'll throw on the brakes. They throw behind him. He's back safely. Oh, close play at second.
And you can feel the relief in Atchison as he rolled over onto his back and called for time. Rounded second, stumbled on the dirt. The throw was there. Atchison, hands first, dives back. And then a huge sigh of relief as he rolled over and called for time.
Boy, that was close out there.
Oh, boy.
Timor Brown will be the batter.
Really a great play and right from, I think, to dig that one out as quickly as he did.
Foul ball back to the screen.
I mean, off the bat, I thought that was for sure a three-bagger for Atchison. And I think if he had rounded second and just head down, full steam ahead to third, he probably would have got there.
Breaking ball over the head of Brown. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leavenworth trying to win it here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner at second, nobody out. Strike, well thrown on the outside corner. And it hit him.
Oh.
Third time in the ball game the Browns been hit by a pitch. And the second time with a 2 strikes on him.
That one looked like Brown might have leaned into it a little bit, but...
Yeah. Bryce Elmer out of the dugout for the Arrows.
The other two were more legit. That one, I think...
First and second with nobody out. Now let's see how Leavenworth plays it. Cody Kessinger will be the batter. He lined a single down the left field line his last time up.
Pitching change for Ottawa.
Looks like Ottawa's going to change pitchers, perhaps. Yep. So the Arrows will bring Brett Hadel into the ball game to try to get out of this jam. First and second, nobody out. Gillette will stay in the ball game, and he'll play at first base. Well, the seeing eye double down the right field line. And then the hit batsman, and Leavenworth has a very serious threat in the bottom of the 7th in a tie ball game.
And for Kessinger, he was the first hitter that Gillette had faced coming into the game in the 4th. And Kessinger, right off the rip, wanted to be very aggressive and ended up getting a base hit. You wonder if he'll take that same strategy here against Hadel, if he just wants to get aggressive. And
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Now, Hadel, pretty good at changing speeds.
I mean, it's not a bad approach at all. You got a guy fresh into the game. Why not just get after him right away, put some pressure on the pitcher? And for Kessinger, it worked out.
Kessinger's a big guy. He's also your number 5 hitter. Would you dare bunt him in this situation?
I mean, with runners at first and second, it's not a horrible option, but I think you probably just give him the green light to swing away here with only 1 out.
Hadel throws low, ball 1.
You know, I think this is a situation where you don't want to overcomplicate things for your team.
And it hit him. And so now, absolutely no room for error. Bases loaded, nobody out in a tie game in the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, sacrifice wins the game here. Let's go.
Mason Canterbury, the batter. 0 for 3 on the night. Hadel will work for the stretch. Ottawa's infield is in. Swing and a miss. Good fastball.
Canterbury wanted to end the game on the first pitch he saw. And sometimes that mentality can hurt you as a pitcher when you step in thinking you're just going to swing at the first pitch you see.
Ooh, way inside. Almost hit him.
And if you're Ottawa, you certainly don't want to end the game on a hit by pitch.
Stretch by Hadel, the 1-1. Low and inside. Brett needs to come in with one this time. He doesn't want to go 3 balls. Fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases jammed, nobody out. Just below the knees, 3-2.
Okay, this is what you play for. Full count, bases loaded.
Popped it up. Foul and drifting out of play, third base side.
I didn't see that ball off the bat.
So the count remains full. No place to put the batter. Strike 3 call. Got him looking at a pitch at the letters.
Big time pitch from Hale there and breathes some life into Ottawa here.
Here's Corey, who is 1 for 3. Ball hit in the air down the line, foul in the left.
I think that might have hit somebody's windshield out there.
One strike the count. Another foul ball out of play. And Hadel trying to work his way out of this.
This would be quite a heroic performance from Hadel to get Ottawa out of this situation.
0-2 pitch. Popped it up, fouled. Does Vink have a play? He does not. Atchison at third, Brown at second, Kessinger at first. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Now Corey will ask for time. Stretch. The pitch. Fly ball on the infield. Infield fly is called. Kiefer makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So it'll be up to Owen Welsh if Leavenworth's going to win this thing here. Welsh is 0 for 3. He reached on an error in the 4th. He scored a run.
And again, this would be incredible from Hadel.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Oh, Gary, a couple of years ago, it was opening night of the season, very first game of the season one time. I was doing a game, and my back windshield got shattered.
Strike 2 with a breaking ball. Infield, of course, is back now with 2 away. 0-2 pitch. Line to the center field. That's a base hit, and the game is over.
Oh, that's gut-wrenching for Ottawa and for Hadel. All that effort with the bases loaded, the strikeout of Canterbury, the pop-out off of Corey. He got him at 2 outs. He got him at 2 strikes, Gary. He needed 1 more pitch.
And got the pitch
and left it up, and that ends the game.
In the 7th for Leavenworth, they pick up a run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. And your final in Game 1, Leavenworth 8, Ottawa 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes, and you're listening to Ottawa Aeros Baseball on KOFO.
DQ presents the sound of a summer double play. It's the sound of drumstick pieces and peanuts combined with world-famous soft serve to make 2 all-star treats. The Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard and new Caramel Drumstick with Peanuts Blizzard. Grab one today or get it delivered at DQ.com. Official treat of MLB. DQ. Happy tastes good.
Your neck supports the weight of 4 bowling balls every time you look down at your cell phone. After a time, your body will start to react with more headaches, neck, and back pain. It can be helped. Contact Ottawa Chiropractic, 785-242-4100.
Where did I put that?
Pete's property manager just took an extended vacation.
Let's see the dreams.
He needs a replacement before this becomes a cruel summer.
Oh, you wanted the lakefront for the 17th? How did this get double booked already?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-279-0433 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-279-0433. That's 800-279-0433. What do you have to lose? Call 800-279-0433. Again, 800-279-0433.
Well, a tough loss for the Arrows here in Game 1 of the doubleheader as they fall to Leavenworth on a walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th, 8-7. Nick, it was a interesting ball game to say the least. As you had mentioned, it became a bit of a slugfest. Although the teams combined for 17 hits. That's quite a few, but each team took advantage of what was given to them by the other squad.
Yeah, really an up-and-down game, and the starting pitcher, Vink, for Ottawa gave up 3 runs in the bottom of the first, but then really settled in, had a couple more good innings out of him, and then they had to go to the bullpen, and bullpen did okay. Gillette did a pretty good job in a couple innings, but really late in that game, tied at 7 in the bottom of the 7th. So you have Hadel on the mound with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He did such a great job, Gary. He got a strikeout, he got the pop out, got to 2 outs, even got to 2 strikes in the 7th to potentially send the game to the 8th before Leavenworth finally got that base hit they were looking for to ultimately get the win. But yeah, a really hard-fought game, and I think both teams have a lot to take away from that game. For Ottawa, you can certainly hold your head high. They played pretty well, made good contact with the ball. They had some solid pitching performances across the board, and they'll try to build on that. And a lot of great head coaches have always told me you just got to flush whatever happened the game before, get ready for this doubleheader second game, and a chance for Ottawa to bounce back and split this doubleheader against Leavenworth tonight.
Line score looks like this for Leavenworth: 8 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors, and 10 left on base. For the Arrows, 7 runs, 8 hits. They committed 5 errors, and they left 6 on base. Winning pitcher was Aiden McIntosh for Leavenworth in relief, and the losing pitcher for the Arrows was Paul Gillette. We're going to send it back to the station for about 20 minutes or so. Be back with game number 2. It may be a 5-inning game. We don't know at this point in time, but we'll have it for you here on KOFO. Again, your final in game 1, Leavenworth 8, Ottawa 7. For Nick Springer, this is Gary Bateman saying so long for now.
We hope you enjoyed our broadcast of Ottawa Arrows Post 60 American Legion Baseball on KOFO. Brought to you by Advent Health Ottawa, CarStar, Sutton's Jewelry, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by Kansas State Bank, Quality Structures, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Also by Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Croucher Abstract and Title Company, Ottawa Chiropractic. Also by American Family Insurance Agent DJ Flummerfeld, Arvest Bank, and All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Locally owned and operated by Brandy Communications. Hometown proud for over 70 years. KOFO K279CS